The possibilities are endless.
Let the hunt begin.
Lorthmar, definitely too expensive to be keeping. I can go Selective Breeder into Snapdragon, so I probably don't keep Wild Spirits. Okay, pretty solid curve.
A smidge of this, a pinch of that. Swift.
Well, if my opponent is cool, they took Tear Reality.
Yes, that's the one.
Quickly.
I'll take Lorthmar Theron at this point. I have a very solid curve leading up to it.
Here, girl. I smell an ambush.
Easy Snapdragon. It does seem like my opponent's playing Casino Mage, which is why I felt pretty comfortable taking Lorthmar Theron and taking Snapdragon, etc. They have a 1-mana 3-cost card in their hand. Pretty scary. That's kind of annoying. Oh, that's extremely annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. Not counterspell. Not objection.
I'm looking for a few good mercenaries.
I do have Arlon for next turn. So maybe I don't need a 5-mana golem. But it is value, and I think this is a value matchup. Taunt, Poisonous Lifesteal, pretty bad selection of keywords here. But I guess maybe Lifesteal is good? Draw 2 sounds pretty good post Lorthmar Theron. Buffing my board is also good. But I think it's going to be draw 2. If I had gotten, like, Divine Shield Copy, I probably would have played it this turn. But with this minion, I think it makes sense to hold it for post Lorthmar. And I have the Arlon for turn 5, so it's not like I'm compromising too much. Wow, these secrets are in my opponent's deck, huh? I think objection would have gone off there, if I'm not mistaken.
You will obey.
Caught this one eating party snacks.
Here, girl. I smell an ambush.
Snapdragon. So these should be some combination of Ice Barrier, Visage, and Counterspell. Probably Barrier Counterspell if I had to guess. Also, it seems like I may have had the totally incorrect read on what my opponent's playing, but somehow they've had a really slow opener, so it's fine.
Spit that out.
Okay, Visage counterspell.
Eating party snacks.
You will obey.
Should I just play Arlon instead of Snapdragon? I so badly want to play Snapdragon into Lorthamar. But Arlon is probably just so much more responsible.
No creature deserves to be caged.
This does fill my board, which makes Hydralodon less likely to be really good next turn. But I think that's fine.
Me tusks won't stop shattering. Swift.
More secrets. Alright, so we can easily check for Oasis Ally and the face secrets. And then Stockade's Guard is fine to play into... That's annoying. Is fine to play into... Objection and such.
Spit that out.
So it should be Counterspell or Objection. It's gotta just be Objection, though.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
Why do you not play Objection in your Secret Mage deck? Okay, so it's guaranteed to be Counterspell, right?
The more you struggle, the better. I move quickly.
Could just play something into the Counterspell so I can play Terror Reality at some point. I don't know, best card here is probably Quick Shot regardless.
Where you followed.
Stop playing secrets. A Paladin secret. Maybe I should go Vizier here. It is a 4/6. Wait, does this get objected? It could get objected. Oh, objection. Why are you so fucking annoying?
The more you struggle, the better.
And then this one can be Judgment of Justice or Noble Sack.
My eyes.
Get down!
Spit that out.
Okay. Surely I can play Lorthamar Thuron next turn, right?
You can't stop this snowstorm.
That's probably a pretty weak Terror Reality card overall. Do I greed my Lorthamarther on? No, I don't think so.
For a master tactician, this is nothing. Rise! Protect yourself!
So what's the biggest minion I could draw into? Invincible, I guess. It should be 14/14 if I'm not mistaken. And it should be pretty easy for me to have an undead in play. Okay, that's a pretty good prismatic elemental card. That's a large minion. Not Oasis Ally. Not Ice Barrier. Okay, great. Got the battle cry still. So I can play 2 8/6s, or I can play a 5/5 that might draw something playable. I have 3 playable minions and 2 framed, so 3 playable minions out of 14 cards. Let's just go Terror Reality plus Twin Fin. Now that's a good secret. I guess I hold the Astral Rift to maybe check for Counterspell. I don't think I'm too excited to actually get 2 random minions. Yes, double Frozen Touch, 1/2 of my 3-drop. Yes, yes. Well, the weapon is pretty likely to be lethal. Lethal. Could have gone Bolner plus Greater Golem to draw 4 cards, but, you know, sometimes the Murloc gets it done. Alright, that was a very fun first game. Probably won't have too many more double snap Lorthamartherons.
Rexa versus Jaina!
Peace is not always the answer.
Let the hunt begin.
Two, 3, 6. Could save tracking after the deck gets buffed, but I think this is fine. Bran Bronzebeard, huh? If my opponent does nothing, I can coin Bran into Snapdragon. That's pretty hype. Let's go for it. And if they do something, then I'll just play Spirit Poacher. That counts as doing nothing, I think. But it does probably mean they're big spell mage, which is not great for me.
The wails of these cowards.
Alright, got my combo. Oh, if Bran can just live for 5 more turns, I have another combo. So they drew a Frost spell, which means they are not going to be big spell mage. Also, they have Pack Mules in hand, so I don't actually know what they're playing. 2 mana 3/5.
Caught this one eating party snacks.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
The effect doesn't really do anything here, but whatever.
The wails of these cowards.
Love the cold.
Kazakhstan seems kind of slow. But I guess I don't really need to do anything about the board here if I'm getting Explosive Trap next turn.
I'm looking for a few good mercenaries.
Love a Rush, and Summon a Copy should be good. So, like, if they trade off their whole board here, maybe I go for Greater Golem next turn. But I think I'm usually going to go for Tavish. I think I like that going face.
The more you struggle, the better. You better watch your step and
Zombies is really good. And Explosive, nice. So they could play a minion into the zombies and then trade their board into the zombies. But they kind of want to send everything into the Explosive first, right? So the zombies might get away with something here. Wait, play a minion though. Okay, there we go. God, improved zombies is just so insane. I feel like it should make 2/1s maybe. It just seems too much better than the base form. But whatever, I'll take it. I'll take it since I'm the one playing it. I mean, I could go Snapdragon, try to set up for my turn 8 Lorthmartheron. Seems pretty greedy. But God, I want to do it.
the living drop all kinds of things.
Alright. I think I can get away with this because I'm like so far ahead on board already. So I can maybe play Lorthmartheron next turn. Although, I'm, you know, not convinced it's the best play.
Beyond your comprehension.
They've still got a good amount of mana to work with here. Pack Mule, of course. This is a lot of damage. I don't think I want to play Lorthmartheron here. Although I do have a taunt. But it's probably more responsible to play Greater Golem. I could start with Wild Spirits and just hope to hit Fox. But it'll probably end up being better to hero power, so we'll just go tracking to start. Twin Fin. What about Invincible? I have a lot of targets for Invincible. I can't play it this turn, though. It's kind of a good wall if I get frozen.
What are you waiting for?
Probably just take the cheap minion. Well, I don't feel super comfortable against an aggressive mage with 15 health. And I don't think Vizier can really find much that's defensive. But if they don't have an infused Frozen Touch, then I'm probably doing pretty well. Oh god. It doesn't shoot me this turn, but it's a hell of a board. This is undead, right?
What have we here?
Leok would probably be super good here.
The more you struggle, the better.
These all seem pretty mediocre.
The tracks lead this way. What are you waiting for?
I should probably Twin Fin here, right? Definitely don't feel that comfortable at 11.
Trust. My powers are never truly gone.
Wow, that's a lot of spell damage. Oh boy, it's Frozen Touch, my favorite card. Probably could have played less greedy that game. Alright, on to the next game. I am 1-1. What a powerful deck.
Rexar versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. Let the hunt begin.
Pretty ugly hand.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
This thing's a bit of an imp slayer, so I guess it's worth playing. Man, what a terrible, terrible hand. Alright, looks like it's not Zoo.
Here, girl. I smell an ambush. Back to your cell.
Go ahead and pick up a Snapdragon. Playing a little bit off curve here, but I do think it's important to get the Snapdragon down early. Could still be Mindlock, could still be Big Warlock. I'm sure we'll find out someday. Alright, that's a big Warlock. Double Snapdragon. Next turn I can go Wild Spirits. It usually hits the Rush minion, which I can trade off and play Vizier. Or I can play something I draw. Or maybe I can play Famished Fool. Only need one thing. Could also just go for a Twin Fin here. Pushing damage is pretty good. And this Fox Spirit will probably die here, and it will still enable my Viziers.
Haven't heard of me? You will.
Tamsin Drain Soul is pretty strong. This is looking a lot like my big Warlock list. So really, if I lose, I still win. I do want Tamsin to die. I'll go for a couple Viziers here. Try to find like a quick shot or a deadly shot. Could also trade the Doggy Biscuit maybe, but I'd have to hit a 50-50. I think deadly shot's pretty good to have, but I don't know if I actually want to play it here. I don't play that many beasts, but I do play the Wild Seeds. I have Hydrolodon. I don't feel great about playing this deadly shot. But Tamsin is just so scary.
You know nothing of death. Allow me to hurt you.
Take 6, idiot. The weapon. Alright, let's whack.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
Oh, the cards I draw from Famished Fool are going to be so large. Any Battlecry minion should have +4/+4 after next turn. Spamming Arcanist. Man, they get a lot of healing out of this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I drew 3 non-Battlecry minions? What are the odds of that? I had another Tracking. A Wild Spirits. That was it. I had 5 out of 20 and I hit 3 of them. That's crazy. Another Snapdragon. I can play it with Brand next turn. I should probably just play it this turn, though, if I'm going to take it. At this point, we can Brand with Lorthamarther on, maybe. Well, I do have to kill this, unfortunately. Tavish never draws cards, unfortunately. But I guess Astalor draws cards. Maybe I just go Baran Astalor next turn.
And the cycle of life is
Ow.
reborn anew.
Why would you do something so mean? Oh, Lorthamartheron. I want to play you so bad. I do have 19 damage, but I guess Tavish is threatening lethal, huh? I really should just go Tavish plus Tavish try to hit like freeze plus motion denied. Wait, could I have could have gone Bran plus this, huh? These are all kind of shit, to be honest. Missed Leok damage, I don't want to talk about it. Still threatening emotion denied lethal here, which I do think they need to play around. Freezing Trap does deal with this, but it will be playable with Thaddeus, unfortunately. But it seems kind of hard for them to play Thaddeus.
I must hasten.
That's a dead Bran Bronzebeard.
We're not done with you yet.
Oh, and that is but a Tamsin.
You haven't heard the last of me.
Wow, what a bad Warlock deck. One moment, please. I'm back. And I will win another game.
Rexa versus Valera.
Rogues are scary. Oh, but Hope of Quel'thalas? I think I keep that 6 mana card. And a Snapdragon to lead into it.
Here for a chat.
Oh man, if I'm allowed to play Lorthamar Thrawn on turn 7, my deck is so big.
Where you followed?
That'll probably be pretty hard, but that is my goal for the game. Oh man, and my turn 5 is another Snapdragon? Holy moly. What are we prepping here? Okay. Interesting that my opponent knew for sure they wanted to play that Mage Secret here before even seeing this random tooth card. That's probably a good draw, because it plays around... Okay. That's fine. So now I can still just go Selective Breeder plus Snapdragon next turn. That's fine. We are snapping. Invincible does fit the curve, but I'm not going to have an undead minion, so probably not too good. What if Lorthamar Thrawn was undead? Can we kill this minion? Or this character? My opponent thinks they hit the jackpot, but did they play 2 Snapdragons and a Hope of Quel'thalas going into their Lorthamar Thrawn turn? I don't think so. I think I actually just don't want to take 2 damage, so I'm gonna do this. Oh, I could have just traded with this. I'm dumb. That was a bad attack. I'm just so focused on the weapon buffing my deck that I forget it also buffs my board. But if one of those jackpot cards is Frostworm's Fury, they would want to target my 5/5 anyway. So now they get less value out of it because it's only a 5/3. And if they use Astalor, then, you know, it doesn't look as good for me. Well, they're actually going to let me play Lorthamar Thrawn, which is great. So... what's the biggest minion in my deck right now? I mean, I guess it's probably Hydralodon, which should be an 18/18 if I'm not mistaken. I guess Twin Twin is probably the biggest if you count both of its stats. This one's a 6/5. So the one in deck, I guess, is a 12/10, right? Because it still got all the other buffs, just not the Lorthamar Thrawn buff. Getting so spammed. 10/14 Stockades Guard. I want to play it, but... think I should play Arcanist Twin Fin. Maybe I don't play Twin Fin though. Because, I think it's fine to play actually. Because, oh man. My opponent, they're gonna have to play Scabs here. And then I can play another Lorthamartheron and give it taunt. And play this thing for good measure. The worst case scenario is that my opponent's just dead here and I don't get to play my 10-14 1-drop. I do know that only 4 of the cards in my opponent's hand can be Scabs, though. But they've got 3 jackpot cards. There's probably a Twisting Nether in there, right? Wait, Twisting Nether would be kind of... well, whatever. Okay. And can you deal with the 9/7?
Nothing to see here.
Oh, that looks like a no. Prep, Potion Belt, Ghoul. That's how they kill the 9/7.
Choose soon. I guess.
Darn, my deck is just too powerful. I'll take it though. 3-1, baby.
Rexa versus Illidan. This ends now. Let the hunt begin.
Love the weapon. And I guess Wild Spirits is probably worth keeping, even if it's no Snapdragon. Just a good card. Am I correct that this is just a good card? Let's find a Hunter deck that plays it. Beast Hunter. Okay, in this Renethal deck, Wild Spirits is the 3rd best card off the mulligan, so... I do feel correct in keeping it. Although Hydralodon apparently is the 5th best card off the mulligan, so maybe I should have kept that. Wow, wow, wow. So, Selective Breeder on 2, Snapdragon on 3, Snapdragon on 4, and then I guess turn 5, maybe Hope and then get the guaranteed weapon swing the following turn with double Wild Spirits. Very good curve, basically. Snap. It's a lot of stats already. Maybe I just delay this weapon till turn 7, so I can go Arlon into double Wild Spirits. Should be able to buff this Murloc with the weapon at least. Spammy Arcanist is quite good here. Do I care that I'm taking 6 damage from my opponent's board? I probably do. Especially leaving up a Thalnos, they could just go like Guild Trader and play some, I don't know, like a Fel Barrage or something, and it would be pretty scary.
The more you struggle, the better.
Probably just whack that with a weapon. It's kind of weird how all this Wild Seed stuff just didn't really pan out. But I guess that's fine. Pretty good stats on this spammy Arcanist.
The more you struggle, the better.
Another one. Only 2 3/3s off that card isn't super scary. Probably a Hydrolodon, right? And it's even quite good with the weapon because we can do whack, whack, and then whack. Yeah, I think I'm fine taking the 2 damage. And look how big all these are.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
Why not? I'll put a few more stats in play. This is a 5/7. Even if the opponent has like spell damage plus double AoE, they're not killing Hydrolodon because it's a 9/9. So, might be pretty hard to clear this board. Thenno seems borderline useless right now. I mean, it does shrink this.
For now.
What a useless Thenno. Four and one, my deck is cracked.
Rexa versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild. Let the hunt begin.
Trinket Tracker, probably worth the keep. Pretty scared of Druid because my deck kind of likes to sit back and gain some value over time. And Druid likes to kill you when you do that. So,
I see you've brought guests. The living drop all kinds of things.
Renathal at least slows them down a bit. At least in theory.
The sea floor be its own treasure.
Good old Snappy. Might be playing Vizier next turn though, because this undead will most likely be dying.
The more you struggle, the better.
Collateral damage. These all seem pretty mediocre. I don't know. Not expecting much out of any of these, but maybe collateral damage can hit some whelps and deal 15 damage. Definitely a bummer that I can't do anything about this Park Panther. I guess this kind of does something about Park Panther. Because by giving this taunt, they can't go face and then whack it with the weapon, so maybe they have to actually trade off the Panther. Let's go Stockades Guard. Why couldn't you stay in my deck for a turn, Twin Fin? You'd be so much larger. I guess I'll just try to make as large a board as possible. And then I can Lorthem Arthur on next turn. I'll play the unbuffed Twin Fin since I'd have to trade off half of it either way. I'll trade off a 2-1 instead of a 3-2. Wow, it's actually frightening how bad that turn was. But I'll take it, because the big man's coming down. So, Invincible should be a 14-14 right now, if I'm not mistaken. I guess Hydrolodon's pretty good. Oh, Hope of Quel'thalas. Probably just Hydrolodon though, right? This thing should be very easy to infuse with all these 3-1s. They can have spammy Arcanist here, but it doesn't really accomplish much. Alright, Topior. Rest in peace, Hydrolodon. They might still be dead, though. They're at 26. I have 16. This is 8. So I think I have lethal, right? 7, 10, 13, 16, 18, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice.
Rexa versus Tyrande.
Give me strength.
Let the hunt.
I do think Aggro Priest is probably too scary for me to keep my 7 mana minion. We do keep the 6 mana card, though, because it's extremely broken.
I see you've brought guests.
Interesting. I wish I kept Lorthamarther on. If they don't have a minion in play, can I coin Bran? What would they do about it? There was definitely a safer line of play here, where I just went like Poacher into maybe like Snapdragon and then Bran coin Selective Breeder for a couple of Snapdragons. But like, what if Bran is just insane here? Did not expect to see that card, but okay. Oh, well now my Selective Breeder is kind of mediocre. But that's okay, because we're snapping. I mean, it's mediocre, but it still draws Hydrolodon or Invincible. So, you know, maybe still pretty good. Alright. Still get 3 Snapdragon buffs by turn 4. Could go Kazakus plus 1 mana Golem next turn. Not really, like, super thrilled to play any of this stuff. I guess I could also just go Spirit Poacher Wild Spirits or double Spirit Poacher. Is 5/5 Spirit Poacher better than Wild Spirits? It probably is, huh? I don't know, I think it might just be Kazakus, though. Kazakus is certainly my favorite of the cards there. And poor Kazakus is rotating soon. Alright. Poisonous, taunt, lifesteal. It's gotta be poisonous, right? Summon a copy, that's kind of fun. Deal 3 to a minion is pretty good with poisonous. What if I just put a couple poisonous minions in play here? You wanted to play a light shower elemental this turn? Do it, Bonk. Wow, they did it.
You better watch your step in this battle.
These all kind of suck, to be honest. Six, 7 spammy Arcanist. Probably a decent chance my next turn is Hero Power, Poacher, Wild Spirits. That's scary. I don't think they are super likely to be able to kill my poisonous minion here, but obviously it is a possibility. Kill it with the Kazakus minion, that is. Okay, rush. And they did hit the 50-50. A 5/4 Twin Fin. Well, a simple Leok will fix my problem here. Shout out to Leok.
This one eating party snacks.
Light cannot exist. The time has come to dethrone our former master.
I guess I'll see what I hit here. I did hit a rusher.
Spit that out.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
My hand is full.
I do have Ice Trap in play, so not really that worried about getting Whirlpooled or Light Bombed. Okay, I gifted the Naru into one of those probably. Oh. Must be Zyrella.
What knowledge do the stars provide?
I didn't have an undead die? How unlucky. Probably just Astalor Selective Breeder. Although Wild Spirits looks very tempting when Fox Spirit can trade into this. But I think getting Astalor in hand is probably really good, isn't it?
Our gift of frost shields us. Lock and loaded.
I'm undead, not dead.
Welcome to the cult.
So let's see here.
Frostbolt.
I would go 5 in here, 4 in here, 1 in here. Their board would have 4 health, so they'd be at 15 effectively. Which means Astalor is lethal if this doesn't hit a taunt. Which is just very likely to hit, right?
Frostbolt.
Spirit Guide. Missed 1 damage into that thing. Was this good? I just really wanted to play Invincible here, but I don't know that this was actually that good.
Love are never truly lost.
They get 3 AoE here. So they can kill my Invincible without it doing anything. Wait. I did miss lethal, didn't I? Because I could have just swung my weapon into the 1 health. Yeah, I missed lethal with Astalor. I'm dumb. I thought I had to swing it after Astalor, but I could have swung it before and had exact. I do love a huffer.
This has been a fulfilling journey.
Why emote though? Am I dead? Well, if they spend their entire turn clearing the board, Astalor weapon is 17. No heals, please. Or minions. Hey, you're dead. Dude, my deck is so powerful that I'm allowed to miss lethal.
Our gift of fire empowers us.
This battle, trace the Naru's wisdom.
Six and 1. I would love to just win 3 more in a row, and then I can say my deck has a 90% win rate. That'd be great.
Rexar versus Darien Mograine. The Knights of the Ebon Blade will not falter. Let the hunt begin.
I'm a bit scared of Death Knight, but pretty good hand.
The living grab all kinds of things.
Yeah, we'll just play the Astalor. So I don't think there's any world where I just try to stick Brand next turn. Oh, definitely not now. Well, no, let's just play the 3/3. Thank God I have Tavish in hand. This seems really like a really bad matchup without Tavish.
Reach for the skies! Me have bags for you! I'm looking for a few good mercenaries.
If I take a cheap one, I can play it with Bran, maybe. Deal 3 damage seems like a good one. Yeah, I could see Bran Lesser Golem being good next turn. How does my deck beat Marrowgar? I guess I just hope they don't draw it. What a good strategy. Why isn't Lesser Golem undead? I think Selective Breeder is good, even though I already have one. Probably just wanted to fish for Hydrolodon, because that card is really good. Did I hit? Yeah, I hit both of the bad ones, so nice 1 and 6 for me there.
They need our care. Now more than ever.
The fallen will serve!
Okay, they drew the card that does well against Tavish, unfortunately. I think I still play Tavish. They can run a hero power into a freeze. I guess they're just gonna run a shitty minion into my Divine Shield before going face. Well, Ice Trap slows down Grave Strength a lot. Still can't kill this Battlefield Necromancer. It is a different Necromancer, but my opponent's had Necromancers in play since turn 2.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us. And close enough.
Can I draw my second copy of Tavish? Oh wait, I play spammy Arcanists. Why don't I just draw one of those? I mean, Twin Fin's good, but surely we're past the point of it being good enough. Oh, Huffer. Probably want to kill this, right? Please spend all of your mana playing Grave Strength. I'm just super dead, right? Well, I'm actually not super dead, I'm just regular dead. Am I alive? I believe I'm exact. Oh wait, they even have this. Alright, next game. 90% win rate's off the table, but you know, we can get that 80% win rate. Just need to win 2 in a row.
Rexa versus Tyrande.
You give me strength.
Let the hunt begin.
I think Shadow Priest is pretty scary. But what if it's AFK Priest?
I see you've brought guests.
Oh, well, it's not Shadow Priest. And it's not Quest Priest. Alright, 2 Snapdragons by turn 5. Pretty good. 4 mana undead? Right. Oh, this is gonna kill my Lorthamar Theron, isn't it? That's cringe. You healed your face. I can just go spammy Arcanist here. Let's play this thing. Ugh. Just immediately hit Lorthmartheron and Snapdragon. Come on. That really sucks. So what does Brand do at this point? I guess it's still good with Tavish, good with Kazakus. I do have another Snapdragon. Astalor. I mean, it's pretty good, I guess, but maybe I just go Brand Twin Fin here. I don't know. I really want this Famished Fool to draw 3 cards, so I probably don't want to just power through this thing this turn. I guess I can just draw 3 cards of Famished Fool this turn, huh? Okay. So weapon next turn, and then I can go Bran, Breeder, Snapdragon all on turn 8, maybe?
I'm undead, not dead.
I lost a Plague Spreader. Well, that's fine.
The path is clear for the worthy.
I don't really love bashing my face into that. But it's simply so productive.
Who knows what secrets will
I think Bran is pretty obviously dying here. Maybe they actually have to send their 6/2 into it. Looks like they don't. But I do have Twin Fin to clean this up if they somehow have a one-sided board clear here. Okay.
It's all in your head.
That's gonna find a really large minion.
I hunt alone.
But there's not much I can do about that, I guess.
Alone.
No creature deserves to be caged.
Five-power rush minion. We've got the spammy Arcanist as well. We can play a 5-mana golem next turn. This thing should be online. I am at 9, but I don't think I'm too worried about dying here. Oh, they got a stinker. Love to see it. One mana 7/7, pretty strong. This is really risky. But it's a pretty good spammy Arcanist. Lost my Twin Fin. I think that's kind of fine.
The more you struggle, the better.
Arcane Quiver? Seems very mediocre, right?
I moves quickly.
Caught this one eating party snacks.
Alright, strong board here.
Those we love are never truly lost.
Definitely hate that, because they can just start hero powering me. Also that.
I'm undead, not dead.
Trinket Tracker dodging bullets.
Lightning grab all kinds of things.
Astalor gives armor.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us. Our gift of frost shields us.
Alright, they can hero power me 3 times to kill me, but that takes a long time. And I can still maybe pick up Beastalker Tavish in that time.
Let's see what side of the bed I woke up on.
Oh, that was not active, friend.
No excuse for bad.
Don't steal my Astalor, though. They were guaranteed to hit Astalor, I think, since it doesn't show multiple Plague Spreaders. Them having Astalor is actually really scary. Alright, well I have 8 plus 7 is 15, 20, 25, 32. Wow. I have 32 damage? And they didn't even hero power me. Wow, so much damage. But they do have Astalor, so I should probably at least trade off the 5-1.
I moves quickly. Arcane bolt. Got anything to bolt.
I think I like Plague Spreader, because if they try to go for some sort of board clear, maybe this can just snipe past Allure and then I don't have to deal with it. Also, I do still have Ice Trap blocking a board clear. So if they wanted to play like a Whirlpool, they might have to play a cheap spell. They'd miss their hero power, which is pretty important at this point when I have a couple weapon charges plus my hero power. Okay, that's a lot of mana for Ice Trap.
No time.
They can kill this and heal for 8.
Knowledge.
Oh, that does 5.
Is yours.
I feel like maybe recasting Cannibalize might have been better, but I don't know. They were probably dead either way. That was my 9th game, right? Yep, 7-2. Let's go 8-2, baby. That's all I want in this world, is to go 8-2 with this deck. Okay, well, it's one of only like 2 things I want in this world. I won't disclose the other.
Rexa versus Lunara.
A new song begins.
Let the hunt begin.
I think the second selective breeder is still kind of fine, even if it's not, like, super insane.
I see you've brought
Love it when the druid has Renethal, because that makes them less consistent.
Kinds of things.
This is also a class where maybe I can just stick Bran on turn 3.
here, girl. I smell an ambush.
Snap.
Got anything good?
So I could go Bran on 3, Snap on 4,
Gotta be scrappy with scraps.
Selective Breeder Snap on 5, and then another Snap on 6. And that would be so many buffs.
Got anything good?
I could play 4 Snapdragons over the next 3 turns. I think I played the wrong Snapdragon, but whatever. Oh my god. There's no shot Lorthamartheron is the correct pick here, but I want to pick it so bad. I picked it. I picked it, and no one can go back in time and stop me from picking it.
All it takes is love, care, and death.
This Bran Bronzebeard is going a bit crazy. You might get Scale of Onyxiad this turn, unfortunately, but that's fine. I think I like going Selective Breeder first, because it lets me put more stats in play this turn.
Circle round. Our tunnels run.
Rest in peace, Bran.
Circle round.
I think my deck has 6 buffs now. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, my Hydrolodon and my Invincible are 22/22s now.
I'm the Brood Mother. Don't you ever forget.
16/16 Spirit Poacher. Probably just go Famished Fool Spirit Poacher. Try to draw into some of this big stuff.
Caught this one eating party snacks.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
Alright, pretty nice. Kazakus. So I easily have 30 damage here. Opponent's at 40. Kazakus is lethal if I hit a poisonous that can kill this. So I might just go for it. What does tracking do for me? I guess Twin Fin would be lethal. Let's see if we can hit that. Unlucky. I think a 2-mana 16/16 is probably better. Actually, Hope. If I Hope 4 into this doesn't clear, unfortunately.
Quickly. I'm looking for a few good mercenaries.
Divine Shield. Okay, whatever. I think we're doing pretty well here. Even if they somehow pop off with Astalors, which I don't think they can do this turn, my board just has so many stats that it's probably fine. Nice. Alright, well. 8-2, baby. 80%. Sickest Hunter deck in the meta. Greatest deck of all time. Subscribe to the channel.